I'm Fiona Mackenzie, divorce coach, divorcee and would-be adventurer. Welcome to my 12 months of adventure. I camped up last night and I just want to show you this, what I woke up to this morning. So that is the store there, and the little pointy bit you can see, that's the Old Man of Storr. I'm going to walk up that this morning. What a spot. That's me. I'm on my way. I'm on my way to happiness today. Proclaimers, isn't it? Yeah. This is actually my first solo holiday. And I know it's not much of a holiday, it's only like 2 nights in Skye. But I would never have done this. I'd never have done this before I had my divorce. Before I challenged myself to this even, you know. I don't talk about my coaching often, but what I love about my clients is, and coaching people who have gone through a divorce and breakup, is the transformation that they have. You know, like I've transformed myself. It's the transformation that people have following a divorce. And, you know, when you're at your lowest low, that's when people will take action. That's when people will make these big changes in their life because they've got a lot of motivation to do so. You know, and that's where coaching can help, because coaching will keep you focused on your goals, keep you focused on, you know, where you want to be, and it also gives you a lot of emotional support through that process as well. And you've got someone there that is there to encourage you and help you to make the changes that you need to make in your life so that you can have the future that you want. Whether that be alone or whether it be involve some healing, and so that when you go into your next relationship, you're in a much healthier place and you won't repeat old mistakes again. So all of that stuff, that's all work that I did on myself through coaching. I also had a coach as well to help me through my breakup. And, you know, I would read and read and read. You know, when I first was going through my breakup, I was reading and reading and reading all this self-help stuff. But and it was great. It felt good to read all that and know that you weren't alone and things like that. But I just wasn't very good at putting much of it into practice. So that's where a coach helped. There's elements of accountability there, and it's just good to gain some perspective sometimes, and a coach can help you do that, really. You know, I just want to help others get to this place as well, of sort of peace and contentment, and courage, you know, courage to get out there and do things that you maybe haven't done in your life to this point, but that you would quite like to give a try. Yeah, so enough rambling.
I walked all morning to lift my heart, 'cause the world keeps dancing with the paper man. I love you, never talking dreams. And now it's here, your happiness is real. Oh, make some big jumps, you afraid to break some bones. Come on, make some big jumps, life is yours alone. You hold your head up high like you think I do.
So I just scrambled up a pretty steep bit. I'm amazed the dog made it up, actually. So now I'm wondering, how am I going to get back down? It's always easier to go up than it is to get back down. Yeah, well. easy for some. It has a feel of it, this place, like it's a bit of a natural playground. You know, I think I could spend all day up here, quite happily, just exploring all the little crags and nooks, and you know, I'd quite like to walk up the back there. I'm not quite sure how you get up there though, and I've got a ferry to catch, so I don't think I'll manage it today. Just being here though, there's something, it's really peaceful, it's very quiet, and so even though there's a bit of a breeze, when you come up and you come down and into the sort of valley, it's absolutely silent. And it just, you know, I always find that when I'm in scenery like this, that for once my mind just shuts up and I'm not thinking about where I'm going to go or what I'm going to do or what someone else is doing, or, you know, it just shuts up. And this is one of the things that I love about the outdoors, particularly when you're on your own in the outdoors. If you're with someone else, then, you know, there's you chat to them and things like that, and you know, that's nice too, but it's a different experience when you're doing it on your own, and I think it's a bit more, it just gives you a bit of time to think and reflect. And you know, I've had lots of revelations about myself when I've been doing these adventures, because I've just I have allowed myself the time to think everything through. And if you're at all struggling with things, and it was something for me during lockdown, because during lockdown I was struggling with, at a time when I would normally, after a breakup, I would normally throw myself into socialising or new activities, things like that. That's my way of coping. And it was lockdown and I couldn't do any of that. So what I had to do was I had to just get into the outdoors. And I started doing that. I mean, I couldn't go far, obviously, you were restricted to 5 miles, but I had my bike, and I just got to know Edinburgh really well, and up round about the Pentlands and things like that as well. And it was amazing just getting to know my city that well. I mean, obviously I'm not from Edinburgh, but I feel like it's my city. And yeah, and it just soothed so much and gave me a bit of time to get things into perspective, rather than sitting in my home just ruminating over everything, you know, what I could have done differently, what was wrong with me, what was, you know, all these sorts of things that were coming up for me, when really there was nothing wrong with me. So, you know, if you are having a hard time at all just now, well, for one, if you think coaching would help, get in touch. But, you know, if you can't afford coaching, or you think it wouldn't be suitable for you, then just get outside. That's it. Just get outside, even if it's just for a short walk, round the block even. Just the act of getting dressed, putting your shoes on, and just walking around the block is enough to lift your mood from a bad place. And then you'll soon get addicted to that, you know, that feel, or not addicted, but it's healing. So anyway, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this place. I will do a little bit more filming, but to be honest, that's not my focus when I'm here. My focus is just entirely on me and this place and how beautiful it is. So I will film, because I don't want you to feel left out. But I'm also going to spend some time just enjoying it as well.
I've been in search of stones, making up the pavement of less traveled roads, mining for treasure deep in my bones that I never found. When looking forever,
It's the Old Man. That's where we're going.
high on a hash pipe of good intent, but but it only brought me
Yeah, so it's not a long walk, this. Although it's quite steep in places, so you need to be aware of that. And if you want to get the best views, then you need to be prepared to scramble a bit as well. About 2 miles I've done so far. But I'm just meandering. So I've probably been doing it for like 2 hours. It's the beauty of going solo though. You can take as long as you want and nobody's gonna complain.
something as simple as this.
Right, I've done all the exploring I can do in the time that I've had. So I'm gonna head back down to the car and catch my ferry to go home to Lewis to see my family. So the next adventures that you see will be from my homeland, Lewis and Harris. So I hope to show you some of my favourite places there, and I also hope to challenge myself a bit, you know, do things up there that I've never done before. So yeah, and there's a lot of them, trust me. But yeah, until the next adventure.
Something as simple as this. Something as simple as this. Tried liberation at my own free